Roads cover only 0.3% of Earth's landmass, 40% is agricultural land, and the rest is new challenges and adventures. Off the roads, people need our tires. Reliable. With long life. Preserving power. Fuel efficient. Custom made. Environmentally friendly. Welcome to Mitas. What makes our tires reliable? At our oldest factories, tires have been produced since the 1930s. These are our factories in Zlín and Prague in the Czech Republic. Originally, these factories produced tires and tubes for cars, motorcycles, and bikes. The name Mitas has been used since 1947. Agricultural tires became our core business in 2004, when we acquired the agricultural tire division of Continental AG. We then bought the tire factory in Ruma, Serbia. In 2010, we announced our first North American factory, producing radial agricultural tires in Charles City, Iowa. Mitas today. Mitas is one of the leading European producers of tires for use in agriculture, construction, and industry. Almost all speedway motorcycles in Europe are mounted with Mitas tires. 1 in 4 tractors and harvesters produced in Europe leaves the production line fitted with our tires. We respect international standards. Mitas is a member of the European Tire and Rubber Manufacturers Association. We invest in research and development to make our tires long-lasting, fuel-efficient, and reliable. The process of developing a new tire, creating rubber compounds, and testing may take up to 4 years from conception to production. Tires undergo testing in operating conditions in our accredited testing facility, the IGTT. We insist on quality, effective production, employee expertise, and environmental protection. Tires with new features. Super volume tires are made for power tractors of 200 horsepower or more. With super silent tires, we have managed to decrease noise levels in tractor cabins by 50%. When driving, the links between the tread blocks of the CR01 tires stabilize mobile cranes and even out tread wear. An innovative tire tread compound and all-steel radial construction increase the casing durability of the ERL20. Agraterra is a flotation tire intended for trailers. Agraterra has a longer tire life and improved self-cleaning properties. Production plants of Mitas. Mitas produces tires at 4 European factories. In the Czech Republic, our production plants are located in Otrokovice, Prague, and Zlín. In Serbia, the Mitas plant is located in Ruma. Since 2010, Mitas is also present in Iowa, in North America. Mitas has 3,000 committed employees. The total annual production capacity exceeds 100,000 tons. Interesting facts about tires made by Mitas. The largest tire produced by Mitas has a diameter of 2.2 meters and features 38.5 kilometers of cord. The heaviest tire weighs 455 kilograms and contains 51.5 kilometers of cord. The fastest road tire is a motorcycle tire that allows speeds of up to 210 kilometers per hour. The fastest tire is an aircraft tire that allows speeds of up to 300 kilometers per hour. This section explains how tires are produced. These are the main stages of tire production. The basic components in tires are steel wires and cord, natural and synthetic rubber, various chemicals, and carbon black. The dominant component in tires is rubber. 8,000 kilometers from the heart of Europe, rubber trees are grown. Incisions are made to harvest the liquid latex. Natural rubber is the most important product obtained from the latex. Rubber is then transported to the production plant with the rest of the raw materials and components. In a laboratory, the quality and physical properties of the rubber are tested. If the sample complies with our stringent requirements, the batch is delivered to the mixing room. Rubber compound mixing. The first stage of tire production is rubber compound mixing. At the rubber mill, the rubber is mixed with various materials. These include fillers, clay, and carbon black. At the last stage of mixing, sulfur and curing agents are added. The resulting compounds have various properties. Some are used for the inner liner, which holds air inside the tire, and others are wear resistant and are used to make the tread. In the laboratory, the density of cured samples and other physical and mechanical properties are measured. The resulting blend is formed into rubber sheets and cooled. Each batch is weighed and identified. After additional testing, the rubber compounds are used in further processing. Next, we will show the basic components that make a tire. The components are produced during further processing. These are bead wires and rubber-coated cord. Other components are extruded and calendared from various rubber components. This animation displays the basic components of an agricultural tire. The inner liner is used in tubeless tires. This is the first carcass ply. Then the bead core and bead wire. And then another carcass ply, bead lining, and rim strip. These are belt plies. And finally, the sidewall and tread. Extruding and calendaring of tire components. The mixing rubber compound is used for calendaring the inner liner and extruding the tread and sidewall. First, the rubber compound is heated. Then the compound is put through extruder machines, where the tread and sidewalls are formed into required shapes. The extruders produce a continuous sheet of tread rubber. The sheet is then cooled and cut to specific tire lengths. The inner liner is produced by calendaring. Rubber coating. The mixed rubber compound is also used for rubber coating. Sheets of cord such as nylon, polyester, and steel are thinly coated with rubber on both sides. Once this is finished, the sheets are cut at the correct angle, which determines the tire's characteristics. These cut sheets are used for casing, belts, and other plies. Steel cords are mainly used for the belts placed under the tread and sometimes for the casing. Bead wire. Next, the bead wire is produced from rubber and steel. The bead core is formed by aligning and coating steel wires with rubber. Then, the wire is wound on a coil to form bead rings. The number of loops and shape of the bead wire are specific for each tire. Tire building. At this stage, all the tire components are assembled. The tire is made from components on a tire building drum. Tire building begins with the sidewall and rim strip. This is the bead lining, inner liner, and two carcass plies. Bead cores are placed on the building drum. Then the ply edges are wrapped around the bead core and the sidewalls are moved into position while the tire is reshaped. After inflation, the belts and tread rubber are applied. For large tires, the tread rubber is wound onto belt plies. This process achieves a green tire that already resembles the final product. The differences between radial and bias ply tires. There are two kinds of tires: older bias ply tires and newer radial ply tires. This animation highlights the tire casing. In a bias ply tire, the cord is laid at an angle of 60 degrees relative to the tire's movement. Successive plies are laid at opposing angles, forming a crisscross pattern. Now, in the radial ply tire, the cord in the casing ply is laid at a right angle to the center of the tread. Radial ply tires are more complicated to produce, but they have new characteristics. For example, radial ply tires save fuel, last longer, and improve riding comfort. Agricultural radial tires apply less pressure on the soil and thus protect plant roots. Curing of the green tire. After tire building, green tires are cured at a process called vulcanization, in which the tire achieves its final shape and characteristics. This is a tire mold. Prior to curing, the green tire is covered with a solution that helps the green tire fill the mold. The green tire is placed in the curing press. The curing medium pushes the green tire into the mold. The rubber compound is heated and becomes plastic. It fills the mold. The vent system lets the excess air escape the mold so that the rubber fills the mold completely. The applied heat also initiates a process called vulcanization. This is the basic element of natural rubber molecule, a polymer. During vulcanization, these polymers are linked by sulfur. This changes the molecular structure into a three-dimensional pattern of interlinked polymers. The vulcanization of a passenger car tire takes only a few minutes. For an agricultural tire, this process can take up to 2 hours. This is a final product, a cured tire. Finishing and final inspection. Before the tire is dispatched from the plant, it is trimmed to order and inspected. Each tire is visually inspected for surface defects. Testing machines measure the compliance of central and lateral runout with the norms. All tires undergo a uniformity test. Tires containing steel cords are inspected by X-ray for internal defects. The final inspection is the last stage of the tire production. The tire is then stored and ready to be dispatched to customers. Mitas produces tires under 3 brands. These brands are Mitas, Continental, and Cultor. In total, we produce 1,500 various tire sizes and tire variants. From power tractor tires to tires for construction vehicles, from tires for use in speedway competitions to durable tires with a long life. Global presence of Mitas. This map shows the countries where Mitas produces tires. These are our sales offices. And these are sales territories. You can find our tires in 95 countries worldwide. Mitas, reliable tires.